We thought no one would ever find out. Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo reveal secret romance. How long can two of the most watched stars in Asia hide a love affair from the world? In a twist that no one saw coming, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo have finally stepped out of the shadows, and what they revealed left fans stunned. What were they hiding? Why now? And just how far did they go to protect their secret? Let's uncover the truth together, only on Red Carpet Revealed. For two of Korea's most revered stars, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo, the answer was simple: you don't live like celebrities. You live like ghosts. In a revelation that sent the entertainment industry into a frenzy and froze social media timelines for hours. The two A-list actors have finally confirmed the rumors that many dismissed as fan-made fantasies. They've been in a secret romantic relationship for nearly 2 years. The admission came in the form of a raw, emotional video interview conducted at a discreet penthouse suite in Hanam-dong, one of Seoul's most exclusive neighborhoods. No managers, no press agents, just the two of them. And one unforgettable sentence: "We thought no one would ever find out," said Lee Min-ho, his voice steady but eyes clearly bracing for impact. The beginning, not on screen, but in the shadows. Contrary to widespread belief, the two did not meet on the set of a K-drama. In fact, there were no official projects tying them together during the time their romance began. It all started far from the spotlight, in London, at a high-profile fashion gala in November 2022, where both were ambassadors for rival luxury brands. According to a stylist who worked behind the scenes, the chemistry was instantaneous. They didn't sit together. They didn't even take a photo together. But when the after-party began, they disappeared at the same time. After that night, there were whispers, a shared layover in Dubai, an unexplained stay in Jeju Island. Paparazzi never caught them, but that was by design. The couple communicated via private messaging apps with disappearing messages, flew on separate flights, and even hired decoy staff to mislead the press. They had built a fortress around their love, beautiful, but isolating. It was like living in a parallel world. For Song Hye Kyo, the emotional toll of the secret became heavier with time. "I was happy, but I was also exhausted," she confessed in the interview. "We couldn't go out for a meal. We couldn't walk together at night. I couldn't even save his photo in my phone." In 2023, while filming a French-Korean co-production in Paris, she reportedly told her closest friend that she was considering ending things. The secrecy had become suffocating. But just days later, Lee Min-ho appeared at her hotel, unexpected, unannounced, and completely alone. It was raining. He had no umbrella, just stood there outside the lobby with flowers. She ran out to him barefoot. Hotel staff member, anonymous. From that night on, they made a pact: if their love could survive 2 years in the shadows, it deserved to be seen in the light. The decision to go public. The timing of the reveal was carefully planned. Their video interview, filmed earlier this month, was released just hours after both stars wrapped up major brand contracts, ensuring that any fallout wouldn't immediately affect endorsements. Still, the risk was enormous. Both actors hold immense influence, not only in Korea but across Asia and beyond. Public backlash in the Korean entertainment world has been historically harsh, especially for stars who betray fans with unexpected personal revelations. But for once, they chose honesty over optics. "We were tired of pretending we didn't know each other," said Lee Min-ho. "Tired of passing by in silence. Tired of deleting what we felt." Their respective agencies issued synchronized statements minutes after the interview dropped, confirming the relationship and appealing for respect and understanding. Within hours, hashtags like #MinHyo confirmed, #Lee Min-ho love story, and #Song Hye Kyo breaks silence began trending worldwide. Fan reactions were polarized. Some wept with joy, others accused the stars of betrayal. The majority, however, were simply stunned. Reddit threads analyzing their past public interactions exploded. Old fan edits resurfaced. Every glance, every smile, every shared event from the past 2 years was reinterpreted in a new light. One particularly viral moment? A behind-the-scenes clip from an awards show where Lee Min-ho seemed to glance briefly at Song Hye Kyo backstage. then immediately looked away. Stone-faced. That moment has now been dubbed the look that meant everything. According to one manager who once worked with Lee Min-ho, the pressure from management agencies was absolute and non-negotiable. Dating wasn't just discouraged, it was forbidden. Especially someone as high-profile as Song Hye Kyo. They had too much to lose. If a scandal broke, brands would pull out within hours. Fan clubs would riot. International deals would collapse overnight. This fear wasn't just speculative. It was real, weaponized, and legally enforced. Both stars were reportedly tied to strict morality clauses. The mere suspicion of a relationship could be enough for sponsors to demand compensation or cancel multi-million-dollar contracts. And it wasn't just the companies breathing down their necks. It was also the fans. I got death threats just for following her car. In 2023, a freelance journalist posted an anonymous thread online claiming to have seen Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo enter the same villa in Jeju Island. The post was deleted within minutes. What wasn't deleted, however, was the flood of harassment the journalist received. I got emails saying, "If you ruin his career, we'll ruin you," the journalist later revealed under a pseudonym. They called me a liar, a stalker. Someone even tried to hack my account. I knew what I saw, but no one wanted it to be true. This wasn't an isolated case. A stylist working on a European photoshoot for Song Hye Kyo in late 2023 claimed she saw Lee Min-ho arrive unannounced. When she casually mentioned it to a colleague, she was pulled aside and told never to bring it up again. "I thought it was romantic," she told Red Carpet Revealed. But the atmosphere turned icy. The team was terrified that a slip-up would leak. "I think someone even reported me." The stylist was quietly removed from future campaigns. The night everything almost fell apart. Their closest brush with exposure didn't happen in Korea, it happened in Milan. During Fashion Week in early 2024, sources say the couple had arranged to meet at a luxury apartment rented under a third party's name. Everything was planned to perfection: separate flights, masked entry, decoy staff. But a European tabloid had been tipped off. A photographer was stationed outside the back entrance. At 2:17 a.m., a black SUV pulled up. The camera clicked. Flash. Except it wasn't them. A last-minute instinct from Song Hye Kyo saved the day. She refused to get in the car. An insider revealed she had a gut feeling something was off. They switched vehicles at the last second. The car that pulled up was decoy number 2. The photo made its way online briefly. The tabloid claimed it was someone famous, but with no clear shot. It was quickly buried. The couple didn't see each other again for 3 weeks after that. It was too dangerous. The price of silence. What began as a love story slowly became a survival game. "We weren't hiding because we were ashamed," Lee Min-ho said in the now iconic interview. "We were hiding because the world wasn't ready to let us be human." Every dinner came with the anxiety of hidden cameras. Every phone call had to be cleared through encrypted apps. They couldn't even follow each other on social media. Song Hye Kyo once went over a year without liking any public post from Lee Min-ho, even anonymously. "If I even tapped something by accident," she said, "the internet would explode." Now that the world knows the truth, fans are hopeful that the worst is behind them. But insiders say there's still tension. Some sponsors are reviewing their partnerships. Some agencies are monitoring public sentiment. But the couple themselves? For once, they're breathing. No more disguises. Song Hye Kyo whispered at the end of the interview. "No more hiding." As the cameras zoom in closer and the headlines multiply, one truth remains. In an industry built on fantasy, they chose the hardest truth of all: to love, despite the cost. And now that their story is out in the open, the question isn't whether they'll survive the spotlight. It's whether the spotlight can handle the truth.